guys, we're working on the Buick today. I think we found the coolant smell. V-look right here. We got a little bit of a puddle over there, and it's from this guy. So I will get that fixed. We'll be pulling the top to work on. Right now we're just letting it warm up. Obviously you can see we got the timing light there. Just gonna see what the timing is. Fast idle still on right now, unfortunately warming up. Really cold here in Tennessee, but that's what we're getting started with. All right, guys, I don't know if you can see that down there, but roughly our timing is around 2 degrees, which is way too little. So we're going to bump that up. I think the spec on this engine is actually 4, I think maybe, but we're going to bump it up to probably 10 or 15. That should bring the idle up, which also help with the oil pressure a little bit too. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to shut it off because the bolt is right in there underneath the distributor to get to, so I'm going to loosen that up. Alright guys, so we got our timing light, our inductive indicator set around 10. So when this is at 10, the mark on the balancer and the pointer down there should line up and pretty close. It'll jump around, that's kind of natural. See if I can get this thing to zoom. Now if you can make it, we're just around 10, pretty close. The engine seems much happier. Let's see about response. Alright guys, timing set up some. I'll take it for a drive and we'll see how it does. Couldn't leave well enough alone. We're going to tune the idle circuit on the Buick here. It's got an Edelbrock carb, got our vacuum gauge hooked up. Vacuum gauge, if you're not using anything else to run vacuum off of, hooked to this port right here on the Edelbrock. Run these in all the way and then run them back out 2 turns or 2.5 turns, and that'll be like a good starting point. Basically is all we're going to do. These you turn in together, you don't turn them in separate, and I'll show you kind of what we're going to do with that. Okay, so we're going to be turning these in with a screwdriver, a flathead, a little bit at a time, like 1/4 turns at a time. And what will happen is, as we do that, the vacuum gauge will pick up. As you can see right now, we're probably about 17 or so on the vacuum. But as we tune those in, this will get higher and higher. Once it gets so high, it won't go any higher and it'll start falling back down, which means we're going too lean. The other thing I'm going to do too is I'm going to get it to its highest vacuum and back it off just a little bit. That leaves it a little rich at idle just in case the weather changes. I'm not going to have issues with starting it. But it's almost warm enough. Let me check the temp gauge and we'll get started. Alright, we're ready. So we're just going to do 1/4 of a turn. Very slightly. Like I said, you got to keep these things equal. Okay, as you can see, it stabilized the vacuum, but it didn't go up. There's a sweet spot on this. And once you hit it, you'll get a lot more of adjustability, but you have to kind of sneak up on it. Coming up just a little bit, not a lot, but a little. Electric fans are going to kick on here in a minute, so you'll hear that. Alright. 1/4 turn. 1/4 turn. So see, our vacuum's coming up. So we just got to keep going until we get our highest reading. We just keep going up. Give the engine just a minute to respond. Sometimes it takes it a minute for that change to happen. I'm going to check the temp real quick. again. Just quarter turns right now. Alright, going a little higher. Now I'm going to start doing eighth of a turn. Okay, as you can see, she didn't really like that much. Oh, hold on. We went down, so we need to go back a little bit. Alright. So we are definitely in the good range for vacuum. I'm going to hit the accelerator, see what happens. It pops up nicely. Alright. She seems pretty happy there. The idle's falling just a little. I'm going to give it just a little bit more. Screwdriver. Everything seems happy when we put it in gear. I'm going to go up on the idle a little bit more. The idle RPMs drop down a little bit more than I'd like it to. There we go. Maybe a little too much. Let's see here. First cruise after setting the timing and the idle on the car, man, does this thing run better. Oh, she wants to go a little. I might actually have gotten back some of that 145 horsepower that she's rated at. Oh, she's happy, guys. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. Also, too, our temp is much better. I think part of the temp issue was that the timing was almost retarded so bad. Even though it's showing like 2 degrees, it wasn't happy there. As you can hear, we've got a squeak from the front end. I'm going to figure out what that is. I don't think anything's major. I think it's just one of the body, the fender or something needs some bolts tightened up. So no big deal, but the tune-up worked miracles for it. It's a lot more fun now. It does still try to overheat the minute you stop because the fans are just not enough. So I've got some more fans to try, since the ones that I thought I had that worked or bad, but yeah, guys, we're out here cruising. More and more streetcar every day, and less old granny unreliable here. It's a beautiful sunset here in Tennessee, and there's nothing like just cruising around your classic. After a hard day of work, just chilling. And I do literally mean chilling, because there's no heat, and it's probably like 40 outside, something like that. But we got some corners coming up here, so I'm gonna get off here, as we still haven't had alignment and good tires are not on it yet. So till the next video.